Okay, guys, this is part 2 of us/entitled parents. Now, I'm going to start from where we left off.
Drivers. They look mortified, to say the least, and contacted police and their office themselves as well. Now, I had to type that out for Mia's mom as short as possible. I didn't want her to freak out about police at the drop-off since she was coming to pick us up. Fast forward 45 minutes later. 8 cops are waiting.
Wait, isn't that a little too much? You could just pick 2 cups or something.
For us. An ambulance. Mia's mom, who seemed to have introduced herself to police already, along with some elderly man who was there to pick up one of the couples. Mia is happy again, which I was overly thankful for. I was scared dead for this to have some traumatic impact on her. It could have been partly my fault for exploding. She had never really been in trouble, hence had never seen me mad. Mia runs up to her mom. I follow with her shopping bag. Entitled mom and son are questioned separately in the ambulance. The rest of us has to answer questions as well. The drivers back us up with the bus surveillance cameras. Entitled mom is busted. Both she and her child are banned to ride with the company. She faces charges for a handful of things, encouraging her son to theft, false accusations, and attacking me among them. At home, Mia proudly presented her new fabrics. I have a sewing machine which we work on rainy days, and shirts. All within the shopping money her mom gave her for the day. I pay for myself. In the end, I got off with a warning for pushing the boy. Entitled mom pressed charges that were dropped due to the circumstances. The judge figured I was protecting Mia and my property in a heated situation and that the boy's prior actions had made it necessary for me to step in. Entitled mom was fined for the entire delay she and her son had caused, an hour and 18 minutes in total, was ordered to accept family assistance, and Child Protective Services were to look over the family situation as well. Mia wasn't affected in any way. Mia's mother was quite understanding and doubled my Christmas gift card. I guess it was somewhat an apology or thanks. She said it was because I risked charges to protect her daughter and taught her to stand up and be strong. This weekend, we went on another trip. Boarding the bus heading out, I see a boy in line who looks...
Deja vu. Is everything going to happen just again? Is the same thing going to happen? Boy.
Oddly familiar, but the man at his side doesn't. I forget about it. We drive off. Mia smiles widely as I pull the DSI game from my handbag. 2 minutes later, the boy.
I knew it.
Effing boy. Give me that. Me, unsure if it's really him. How do you ask for things that aren't yours, young man? I want that game. Now. No, sorry. Too rude. Go mind your manners, please. Dad, she won't give it to me again. This bulky man gets up from his seat. To my luck, one of the drivers is driver 2 from the month before. He recognizes the boy and me. Driver, young man, I need to see your ID, please. Where is your parent? Father, my son only asked to try the game, sir. Yep, that is why he got banned last month. You have to get off this bus or I will have to call the police. I bought tickets for this. I have the right to drive. Police was called straight away. We stopped. The father got arrested for resisting police and fraud. Turns out both he and his son had signed in under fake names. Also, his son was 11 years old by now and needed a ticket, but was signed as 10 years old and didn't have one. Driver 2 came to me to apologize and see how we were doing. I told him no apology was necessary. I wasn't sure about the boy myself first. I thanked him for resolving the situation immediately. There were a few more kids on the bus this time, and Mia took over the last row with 3 other kids, sharing the game, taking turns. They had no trouble at all the entire ride through, and I exchanged contacts with their parents. We are going to meet up in a funhouse next week. Friends were made. That's how easy it can be. Honestly though, even on the second ride, had the boy asked nicely, I would have left the choice to Mia whether or not she wanted to share. After all, it could have been an opportunity to make a friend, and people deserve second chances if you ask me. But no, they felt like he had the right to have my game because he simply wanted it. He was rude, the parents were worse. I have no bad feelings for getting them kicked off the bus. However, I feel bad for the boy. It wasn't exactly his fault he didn't know better. Oh my god, we're gonna have to change the name of this subreddit from Entitled Parents to Entitled Family. The entire family is just a bunch of thieves and criminals. Also, even though this babysitter lost her cool, she still has the patience of a saint. I don't know if I could have handled all that. Let me ask you, if you were sitting in a bus and this happened to you, how would you handle this situation? I'm really curious to know if you would be more patient or less patient than this babysitter. Now on to the next entitled parent. Some context. I have a...
In the beginning, life and death were equal. The goddess of life.
a disability that causes me to have severe balance issues,
Yes,
along with
one.
muscle weakness and falls, and while I can still walk, it's unsafe for me to do so, so I use a wheelchair. One day, I needed to go to the supermarket and decided to take my little sister, 8, along with me. I don't see her often as I live out of home, so we made a day of it, going to the biggest shopping center on our side of town and had a great time. After having lunch in the food court, she wanted to...
Actually, I'll just leave it there. I don't think I reacted that much. It's just that there was loads to react to. So, bye.